What's up? Now this is your boy Marcus, back in the building, and today we're gonna be talking about Gwyneth Paltrow COVID advice and Johnson & Johnson's new vaccine. Coming up next. I started digging into this next story about Gwyneth Paltrow COVID advice. I gotta tell you, the NHS warns to not follow her advice. Let's dig into it. Now, let's throw Gwyneth up here. Before I even get started, Gwyneth Paltrow, love her movies, love her roles in the different movies she's been in, and her contribution to cinema even. But, you know, with the internet and new technology, you start digging into who some of these people are that you admire or like their work, and then you get into their personal beliefs and stuff, and you like, wow, weirdo central. But that's not really that big a surprise, because Hollywood is weird. It's more like Hollyweird. That's what most people call it. But let's dig into it. NHS has urged Gwyneth Paltrow to stop promoting misinformation after she suggested that COVID is treatable with intuitive fasting, herbal cocktails, and visits to infrared sauna. Now, this Goop businesswoman, that's the name of her business, Goop, explained in her latest blog post that she started her own treatment after catching COVID-19 and was suffering from fatigue and brain fog. She received medical advice that this was a case where the road to healing was going to be longer than usual, so she embarked on her own personal remedies. First off, if you do something like that, all right, now there's just nothing wrong with trying new remedies or, you know, whatever, old wives' tales, whatever, right? You know, as long as it make you feel better. But don't go start telling everybody else to do it too. Especially, she's not a regular person, all right? You got a lot of influence, you got a lot of reach, you're famous, you've been famous for a minute. People gonna actually listening to you. And the difference between her and other people is that she has the money and the resources to correct a mistake if she makes one, right? So her gambling with this is not really gambling. For the average person without the money and the resources, you're gambling, all right? There is, even if you think, oh, well, those scientists are wrong, can you afford to be wrong? Don't gamble with your life, all right? Also, the name of her business is called Goop. Now, I've been looking at this online. It's been a lot of different controversies and just wild accusations or whatever. But in general, the business is actually successful. And I'm like, instead of worried about giving out COVID advice, and you're not a doctor, you literally an actor, where you pretend to be other people, worry about your business. Because let's dig into one of her more recent products here. One of Gwyneth Paltrow's more recent products here. She gave it away in an online quiz, one of her Goop exclusive products. It's a Goop exclusive. It was a candle that smells like vagina. Let's run that back one more time. A candle that smells like her vagina. So, this lady, let's just throw her up on the camera here. Judy Thompson, 50, she won this risque product on a Hollywood star and wellness guru in an online quiz. So the candle is described as Gwyneth's Goop site as funny, gorgeous, sexy, and beautifully unexpected. But Jody was taken by surprise after lighting it when her 50-centimeter flame leapt from the candle and out of the glass jar. The candle exploded and emitted huge flames with bits flying everywhere. So Gwyneth Paltrow basically has an exploding vagina-scented candle. You should worry about that. That's something you can actually do something about. Was this like a freak accident? Probably, but you still can't have regular ass candles going off like TNT in a cartoon. So watch yourself, people. Don't be listening to these celebrities. Listen to yourself. Listen to your own common sense. And know that if you make a decision that gets you in more trouble or puts your life at risk, you in that on your own. Gwyneth Paltrow ain't gonna swoop in and save you with a vagina-scented candle. Alright? Alright, and other than Johnson & coming in for the win, they came in with their own vaccine. Now, unlike the other vaccines, that's a two-shotter, this is a one-shot boogie. And that is going to make it much more easy for people to get vaccinated if they so choose. Because currently, getting the first shot is hard. So getting 2 of them boys, it's going to take us about 20 years to get everybody lit up here. So them coming in with this could really help out. Let's watch that quick little video here showing exactly what they're talking about.
If authorized, we are ready to roll out this vaccine without delay.
The Biden administration preparing to ship 3 to 4 million doses of Johnson & Johnson's single-dose vaccine, which is likely to receive emergency use authorization from the FDA later this week. The agency today releasing data showing Johnson & Johnson's vaccine is safe and more than 66% effective.
I think they'll get us to where we need to be in terms of having most of the public vaccinated, hopefully by the summer or early fall.
The federal government also unveiling a new plan to send out 25 million masks to people who need them most.
In the month of March, we will begin to deliver millions of masks to food banks and community health centers around the country. Many low-income Americans still lack affordable access to this basic protection.
This as weeks of declines in new COVID cases continue across the country, but not as steeply and not enough to eliminate concerns new variants could cause another surge.
It could result in more of a wave in, say, April, May than we would have expected otherwise.
We are in an arms race between the virus and our ability to vaccinate and shut down the avenues that it has to continue to evolve.
Weekly shipments of vaccines are getting another increase.
We've nearly doubled weekly supply of doses in just 5 weeks.
States are now set to receive a total of 14.5 million doses this week, with another 2.1 million doses going directly to pharmacies around the country. Today, Texas launches its biggest vaccination effort yet, a new FEMA super site in Houston, capable of serving as many as 6,000 people a day. And New York City is opening 2 of its largest sites. Governor Andrew Cuomo says both aim toward more equitable vaccine distribution.
COVID preyed on the health disparities and the comorbidities that were existing in communities that didn't have enough health care service in the first place, because it showed the underlying injustice in society.
New analysis suggests that more nuanced allocation of vaccines targeting more specific vulnerable groups could help states save thousands of lives.
Sort of the disproportionate toll of the pandemic on Black Americans, as well as the effects of structural racism, call for Black Americans to have a lower vaccine cutoff, because often we are getting underlying conditions at much earlier ages than our white American counterparts.
All right, so this could really change stuff up a lot. But most of us, I'm going to be honest with you, most people of color, and by people of color, I mean Black people, are still very weary about this COVID vaccine situation. Mostly because of history and how people were vaccinated or tested on in the past. We don't trust the government and never have. Some people, like those Capitol rioters, they're new to not trusting the government. We were born not trusting the government. We never did, and neither did our parents, and neither did their parents. So this is going to be a hard roadblock to pass, because I don't trust government at all, and it just seems like at any moment they could turn on you. So, hate to be all paranoid, but I gotta look out for myself, because I know the government ain't. All right, Mix Nutters, that's it for me today. If you want to support the channel, go to buymeacoffee.com/mixnuts. We got new videos coming every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And until next time,